Hello, and welcome to this episode of D&D Academia. It is all about the magic item, Bracer of Flying Daggers. It is a rare, wondrous item that does require attunement. You can find information on this item in the textbook, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. This armband appears to have thin daggers strapped to it. As an action, you can pull up to 2 magic daggers from the bracer and immediately hurl them, making a ranged attack with each dagger. A dagger vanishes if you don't hurl it right away, and the dagger disappears right after they hit or miss. The bracer never runs out of daggers. You could also have it be 2 bracers, where each one can conjure 1 dagger if you wanted a set. This item is a great addition for any class, but especially for any of the martial-based ones, like Rogue, Fighter, or Monk, just as a few examples. It is especially handy since this item allows you to make 2 attacks with 1 action. Since the daggers themselves are magically created, feel free to be creative in how they look. Maybe they are very intricate, or perhaps they are made out of an energy or some sort of elemental substance. Obviously, unless your dungeon master says otherwise, you won't get any additional enhancement other than the look. Even though it doesn't state so in the item's information, you would have to assume that the daggers still do 1d4 plus your ability modifier for the damage. They probably also have the same range of 20 feet short range and 60 feet long range. The statement also does seem to say that the daggers have to be thrown, so unless you or your dungeon master come up with a compromise, you won't be able to use them as a regular melee weapon. As the Dungeon Master, a fun way to introduce this item is to have a killer that can't be arrested as they never seem to have the murder weapon. Perhaps the daggers are very ornate in nature, and that's what makes it so hard to link to someone. The Bracer of Flying Daggers can definitely be a fun item to add to your game. How many other interesting combinations can you make with this item and other feats or magical abilities? Hopefully, you start adding this into your own games, and you can find out for yourself.